Hi, y'all. After my concussion, do you know how much effort it takes for me to be in busy places now? To be at a barbecue, to be at a graduation party. Uh, I I think back. Oh, rewind. So I went to a graduation party on Saturday, and I found a spot in the back of the backyard, uh, next to my brother, and it just sat there. And I had in my earplugs. There was no loud music, nothing like that. It was really low key, but just people being around. Just your eyes automatically just want to see stuff. It wants to look, and I would wiggle my legs, stuff like that. But I was sitting, and it got to the point in the end where I went inside the house, and there was an echo, and there was, even though I had my earplugs in, there was this echo and the voices and it got to the point where even though I had been outside for a good 45 minutes and I was just chill, by the time I got inside and I had all of the echoes and I had the talking, and then I was, talking to someone I hadn't seen in 10 years, and all of a sudden it hit and my body started twerking, and I had about 2 minutes to get outside, and my mom comes over and she helped me out. By the time I got out to my car, my legs were giving out on me and I had gone into a functional seizure. And it makes me think back to my students and the times when I would see how far I could, how their threshold, their sensory threshold, their so for perspective, even though a student might be able to really hold it together for that 30 minutes in PE, how many times have they ever at the end been running out of the gym? How many times have they been like all of a sudden sensory outbursts and you're going in and you might think it's a maladaptive. It's a oh my gosh, I have been holding it together for this long and now my body's going to explode. Maybe they suddenly weren't able to respond very well. Maybe they suddenly weren't able to talk very well, or they couldn't think, or they were just, their whole entire nervous system just went berserk. And looking back now, I would have changed. I would have navigated PE differently. I would have navigated uh, that the last place that I had worked. I would have navigated really not having our sped students in that room. That music teacher was it. There was so much noise. There was so much stimulus. So I don't know. Just ever since my concussion, and ever since all of my my neurological stuff, I don't know. I guess I see schools different now. I see tolerance different, and I see how I would have navigated it differently, and where our students really do need like their sensory breaks, but our students really do need a setting where they can just calm. They can just sit, not work their brains more, just truly be calm. I think that that's really possible. All right, thanks for listening, you guys. Have a good day.